Hi there, friends. I have something to show you today that I'm really excited about. I know I talked about it the last time that I did a video, and I got it, and I've just been messing with it here and there, but it is the new Stampin' Up! Stamp and embossing and die cutting machine. It's a mouthful. Anyway, so I got mine, and I just wanted to give you a really quick demo of how it works. I love it. I had an old big shot machine, and this is so much more streamlined and easier to carry around, which maybe some of you don't care about carrying it around, but for me, I really do, because if we can ever get out of the house again and get doing demonstrations, I'll be taking it with me when I go out so people can see how great it is. So I wanted to just give you a real quick show. This hasn't been available. I know it was in the new catalog, and nobody's really been showing it because it wasn't available, and demonstrators could get it in August, and now starting September 1st, it will be available to everyone. So if you're interested in this machine, I'm telling you, it's really nice. It's a very nice machine. So, you know what? I'm just going to get right to it. And to demonstrate it, I'm going to use the Little Treats stamp set and box dies. And I'm also going to use Pampered Pets paper, designer series paper. You'll see all that when we get there. But let me show you the machine first. I'm going to take it down. So this is the machine. I hope I have it focused in there pretty nicely. I think I do. Okay, it's all closed up right now. Here's the handle over here, and I have it all nice and closed up. But what you get the machine. It comes just like this, all closed up. Then you get your plates. This is your main plate. This is about, let me see. It's about a ½ inch thick. Okay, and this is always going to be your bottom plate. And then you get a die cutting plate, and this is kind of, it's thin. It's kind of to use for a like a wedge, not a wedge. I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of, but it will come to me, and when it does, I will say it. These are your cutting plates. You can see I've already used mine quite a bit, and they always get funky. There's nothing you can do about that. I mean, you do have sharp edges going up against this all the time. So that's that. And you get an embossing plate. This is to replace that blue embossing plate that we used to have to use for our 3D embossing folders. Now let me show you real quick how this works. You open it up there and there, and that's it. It's open and it's ready to be used. Just want to make sure we're in focus here and you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you start out with your plate number 1. This is the cool thing about these. They're all, I don't know if you can see this. The bottom plate has all your directions written right on it, so it's pretty foolproof. So you put your bottom plate down, and that's plate number 1. To do die cutting, which we're doing, you then put plate number 2 down. That's plate number 2 goes with thin dies. Then you use your cutting plates, 3, and there's 2 of them. Now what I'm doing, I'm cutting out the Little Treats box, and I'm cutting, I told you before, the Pampered Pets paper. That's this. And I mean, this box, this is just to show you how the cutting works, and you can use this die on any kind of paper at all. It makes a really cute little box. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your number 3 plate, You're going to set down your paper. You're going to set your die with the cutting edge, that's the sharper edge, down on your paper. And then you're going to put the other number 3 plate on top of that. And you're going to set the whole thing on plate number 2. And I'm going to just try and make this straight. And then you just run it through. You hold the top. I should have it on this paper like I do. That's why it's moving all over the place. And it comes out the other end. When it comes out, see, if you put it down on a hard surface, which I should have done, you can move that and it's not going to move. And it goes through real quick and easy. And here's our cut pieces. And I'm going to show you one more time, just a small piece here. I'm going to stamp something, a little treat for someone sweet. I'm going to stamp that. With Memento ink. I am putting my big plate back here. I'm putting my plate number 2, and I'm taking my 2 clear plates. This is to show you the proper way you should do it when you have it down on something stable. And you put plate number 3 under it and above it. And you just run it through. See how easy that goes. Now I just knocked the camera so you didn't see it again, but I think you get the idea. What I'm trying to say is my old machine, I had to push, I had to force, it was a little rough. So this just makes it so easy. And then for embossing, if you use an embossing folder, you put down plate number 1. And it tells you right here, insert embossing folders hinge first. If you're using standard embossing folders, you put your plate number 1 and your 2 plates number 3. Put your embossing folder in the middle. This is for standard plates. Standard embossing folders, which the winter snow, okay, I would put that in the middle. I would put that in there and you run it through. 3D embossing folders, you put plate number 1, plate number 4, put your embossing folder in the middle and you put plate number 4 on top. That's it. That's all it is. Bottom plate, plate number 4, and the embossing folder in the middle. Now here's how you can tell if they're 3D. Right up here under the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, it says 3D folder. Okay, that's how you can tell. What I've been doing is when I get a 3D embossing folder, when I take it out of the wrapper, I've been putting a little dot on them and marking them 3D so that in case I, for some reason, would lose this envelope and not see that it's 3D, I know it's 3D. So you just put your paper in the middle. And it goes in, and it tells you this right here. Insert embossing folders hinge first. So there's the hinge, and there it goes. This goes right underneath. It goes through. You don't have to push. You don't have, it's easy. I really, really do like this machine. I think you got that. Oh, I have one more thing to cut out. That's the embossing folder, which I just wanted to show you how that works. On this Pampered Pets, the paper, see that? I grabbed that cute little guy there, and there is a die to match him. And so I am going to take my thin plate and my cutting plates, and I'm going to put him down, and I'm going to put this on top. Now this die cutting machine is $120, and it is not eligible for a half-price item if you're getting a Hostess. You can use Stampin' Rewards toward it, though. Just FYI. And there he is. And we're going to use him. That's why I cut him out. And then when you're all finished, you just close them up and put them away. And we have already suggested to Stampin' Up that they make a nice little case for the whole thing. And I'm going to put that back over here in my little die cutting area because that's what I do. Now, I just wanted to do a really quick demo here of this trait box. I think this is really cute. Here it is. Oh boy, a little bit of a hot mess today. Yeah, it is still hot, isn't it? Wow. I thought we were going to get a little bit of relief today. It just seemed like it was going to start cooling off this morning. I took the dogs for a walk and it was really pretty nice out. And boy, it heated up quick. So what I'm doing here is I am folding this up on all the score lines. And you're going to see that the two sides, there's a tab on one side and a slot on the other. And I'm just going to stick that tab right in that slot on both sides. And that's going to hold it together. And then the front and the back come up. Now, what you can do if you want to is you can put some glue on there to hold that together. There you go. Now, and I'm going to take some of this braid and braided ribbon and put it through just because it matches so cute. Tie that up at a little bow. I don't know if you've ever been invited to a doggy birthday party, but I have 2 Chihuahuas and they get invited to parties all the time. They have a better social life than I do. Especially these days, it's just, yeah, it's hard to get together. I know that. And so you'll have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this little guy on here with dimensionals. And oh, and then there's little, with the Pampered Pets, there is a cute little charm that goes around his neck, heart, and you can stick this somewhere, either here, yeah, how's that? I like it. Stick that right on there. And there you go. NetteP, my name is Annette Pearson from Warnersville, Pennsylvania. NettePStamping.com. That is my website. If you'd like to place an order, you can go to NettePStamping.com or you can go to NetteP.stampinup.net and place an order there. I just ask that you make sure that your order is showing that it is coming to me. You can always email me if you have any questions or problems. My email address is nettep2020@gmail.com. I would love to be your demonstrator. I would love to help you out and answer any questions that you may have. So feel free to drop me a line. Thanks for watching.